with my own music in my head. Excuse me.
What, you got music in your head?
Yeah, I was hearing some like techno.
But let's go.
Then if that's the case, she should absolutely go to jail. But if she just didn't know who did it and she thought he was the person who did it and everybody around her saying he did it, then no, she shouldn't go to jail. She just didn't know what happened.
Her wasn't around her. It was only them four.
You're talking about perjury.
Correct.
Hold on. And guess what?
Let me make sure that's turned up.
Corey DM'd me some time ago. I never like to put receipts up, but let me go ahead and just pull it
Man,
out.
free him.
I'm going to tell you exactly what Tory said to me. Hold on. In the text message between Tory and I said, yo. He said, what's good? I said, how you surviving that bullshit? Wish we could have sat down before you left. Because you know me and him hung out with Madonna when they were messing around. Don't believe me? Take a look at this photo. I said, do you have a number? He said, what's yours? I said, how are you? How you been? He said, incredible, in very high spirits and preparing to physically come home this year. I said, when? I need to come in there and get an interview, LOL. He said, I can't say exact days, but I know I'll be home this year. I said, how long you been gone? I'm so confused by your case. He said, actually, I have a crazy plan when I get back that I think you should know and be a part of because I'm only going to do one interview. And he said he's been gone 2.5 years. I said, I want to be a part of that plan. He said, it's honestly a bunch of suppressed evidence that was kept away from me during trial. I said, Wack told me that, but didn't say what. He said, like through trial, they keep saying it was inconclusive on the gun DNA, but I always knew I never touched the gun. So I asked my lawyer to retest it. And sure enough, I was 102% excluded completely from everything, just like I said. I said, well, why didn't you just say who did it? Fuck doing time for something you ain't do. He said, I took the rap for Kelsey.
Oh.
Dang.
Oh.
Well.
Oh.
Fuck doing time for something you ain't do.
Said in the last podcast we had, maybe a year ago when this shit first dropped, I said it.
I didn't see it.
That Tory Lanez did not shoot or, right?
Okay.
That it was Megan's best friend because Tory did Kelsey
this was over some
This was over some dick.
Some langy lang.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ladies, y'all got to, that langy lang can't get you like that now. Y'all got to stay sane.
Yeah.
Y'all got to stay sane.
They got digmatized. Yeah. They got digmatized.
Or say no.
He said, I took the rap for Kelsey, never wanted her to go to jail, and I never wanted Megan to get hurt or anything. So in me stopping her from getting shot, I got the raw deal. Crazy how life works. And to think they made me the poster boy for the unprotection of Black women, when in all honesty, I protected 2 Black women, one from getting shot and one from going to jail. Never said nothing in 8 to 10 years for them to live. It's a crazy, crazy place we live in. I said, but why you ain't just say that? Nigga, when I got shot, I told. And he said, I lost my mother at 11 years old. I couldn't sleep with myself. I was the reason for taking a mother away from her kid. I just couldn't do it.
Wow.
Aww.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. Wow.
And you know what?
Wow.
Jason Lee with that.
Wow.
He always clocking.
What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on that?
My thought is I would like to get into Jason Lee's phone.
Why?
Because he got all the tea in it, information that nobody has. I would like to get in his phone. Are you looking for one female lover? No, I'm just playing. No, that's sad. That's horrible. And he helped out 2 Black women. I believe this is the truth. I believe Jason Lee. I gotta go with everything he says out of his phone. It's gotta be true.
It's gotta be true. If it's coming out of Jason Lee's phone, it's true. Wow.
It's scary. And it gets scarier the more you dig through the rabbit hole, because the deeper you go, the quicker you realize this is much bigger than Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. There's a lot more characters at play here who participated in a railroading of Tory Lanez. As far as I'm concerned, Megan Thee Stallion was also used as a pawn in this situation. This is much deeper than celebrity culture. This goes to politics. See, as we dig deeper and we learn more about the situation, new characters begin to get introduced, like George Gascón.
Be exonerated here. I want you to give my audience what they don't know and your analysis of actually what went down.
Well, first and foremost, I looked through the case and I noticed a number of irregularities in the case.
I began to come to that same conclusion that this was an innocent person. Let me take you back to the very beginning. First and foremost, we got a George Soros-funded prosecutor named George Gascón who was prosecuting this case. He was, at the time, coming off of his second recall attempt. He was in severe trouble as he had lost support in numerous demographics, key demographics to his electoral success, including Black women. And he needed to do whatever he could to possibly win this election. I believe if Jesus Christ was Tory Lanez's attorney, Tory Lanez would have still lost this case no matter what. When Gascón first got elected, a lot of his progressive policies sounded great in theory, and it sounded like something that the people of LA wanted. Like
This dude right
He
here,
look
people.
crooked.
This dude right here. The reason why Tory Lanez is doing 10 years.
And he look crooked. Anybody ain't got a top lip.
And he was public enemy number one for a lot of conservatives, and they would use him as the greatest examples of the failures of progressive policies.
He prey on demise of poor people.
This is
So-
the thing. It's always something bigger. It's always in the background something bigger, especially when it's something they put out here so hugely. It's a reason behind it. It ain't never just the crime at hand. It's something in the back politicking.
Wow. That's facts too. Gabby says, isn't he getting deported after he gets freed? I believe so. Oh, I don't know. If he gets exonerated, they might not have, you know what I mean? It may just be like, you can do what you want. And they may even give him citizenship.
Yeah.
You know what? For us,
Yeah.
we apologize. We want to grant you citizenship in America. So now you have dual citizenship. So who knows what the payout would be from this? So that's a good question, though.